What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Tuesday, the 13th of May, the day the devil was buried at sea. It's me and fucking Lee, the Church of What's Happening Now, New Testament. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new week with a whole new set of rules. What's happening, Tarzan?
I'm doing great, dude.
You are doing
Fucking,
great.
it feels like LA tonight. It feels because we took the edible like an hour ago, so I have like 6 minutes left.
All right, who gives a fuck? It always feels like that. Listen, this guy's always worried. I started torturing him Friday about we're going to go for 600 milligrams.
Tuesday.
I get him going all weekend. He's huffing and puffing. He's fucking, he lets me play with him, so I got to keep doing it.
What do you mean I let you?
You let me. I tell you on Friday, we're going to all this week, you're going to lose, because I know you're fucking dicking around,
I'm dicking around.
Eating 5 milligrams.
No one eats
dicking
5
around.
milligrams.
Yes, you do. And you sit there and make believe you're watching the Knicks and shit. But anyway, how was Mother's Day? Did you call your mom?
I did. I called my mom. I was there for her birthday last week, so I was with my girl and her mom for this week.
And how was that? When you're with her mom, what do? You just sit there?
No, they're nice. They're cool. She cooked. My girlfriend cooked. We sat out by the water. Dude, it was nice in New York yesterday.
Oh, it was very nice.
We were just out on the
water.
water.
This is the time of the year New York is fucking boss. Let's get this shit out of the way.
Yeah.
From April 20th to fucking June 15th,
right?
There ain't no place you'd rather be. And like from September 10th to October 30th, there's no place you'd rather be. This is the time of the year. If you're going to come to New York, this is it. You come in July, you're going to be sweating bullets with your nice white shirt and your flip-flops. Man, it's hot. Yeah, it's fucking humid. It's fucking July in New York City. Not to mention 85 fucking trucks, 22 fucking Ubers, 6 scooters. What comes out of there? Heat. So what the fuck,
Oh, yeah. But this dude, like yesterday, and you know what saved me is sunglasses. Because all anyone told me when I moved here is you can't, like, I love when people are acting crazy. I love watching it. And people told me, like, that's when I'm going to get mugged. Is like if a homeless guy's yelling and I just start looking at him. But with sunglasses, you can look at anybody.
Whoa.
What?
Let's get back to fucking normal here. If you're walking the streets and your eyes are creeping, you can't have no sun, especially you. You don't know how to work with sunglasses yet.
What do you mean? How do you work with sunglasses?
Who's the people who protect the president?
Secret Service.
They're good with sunglasses, okay? That's what they do. That's what they've been doing for years. You're just new to this. And I know you. You're still stuck on Uber and Yelp. The problem with you ain't the fucking sunglasses.
Everyone uses Uber.
The problem with you ain't the sunglasses. That you got that backpack looking like a migrant. And 9 out of 10, you're looking at your fucking phone bouncing on the street. And it's your body language. You see what I'm saying? And this new type of migrant in the city and this new type of criminal, you can't be fucking walking around with a backpack or anything. I could not have a backpack because a guy could just come from behind you and start ripping your thing and you're fucking sitting there like...
Yeah, but he could do that with your shirt too.
No, he can't because you could break the bond. It's just a shirt.
I feel everyone wears backpacks.
Yeah, but just because everybody jumps off the bridge doesn't mean you're going to fucking jump. Are you?
What
are you, 10 like my daughter? My daughter hit me with that this morning. I told her, next time you say that to me, you're punished for a fucking week. I go, I'm raising you not to be like the rest of these little fucking idiots. This morning, she wanted to leave the house with a cut T-shirt off with a little bra strap. Time out. And I looked at the mother like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, she won't wear it. No, I don't give a fuck what she won't wear. This is a Cuban house. You go cover up that fucking bra, you little freak.
Really? Oh, it's that's starting?
No. It's like she just said the other girls at school do it. I don't give a fuck. Right. I really don't give a fuck. I'm trying to raise you so you're not like the other fucking idiots.
But how am I supposed to carry my shit? I understand with Mercy. That makes sense.
You don't need to carry your shit.
Yes,
Where you going? Where are you going?
Here. Sometimes you have to carry that, dude. That's like the thing about New York, that you have to carry a lot of shit with you. If you're doing sets at night,
all you need is a knife. Okay, that's all you need. You have to carry a lot of stuff with you. You got your whole computer and your phone, and a knife. Look at you, wallet in front pocket. Again,
that's where it's supposed to go.
No, it's not. I'm mugging you. You shouldn't even have your wallet. You don't drive.
But I have credit cards. What do you do?
That's it. When you go out into public, you use the fucking things the cops give you for the shields. You take that out, that stupid shield that's not going to get you out if you stab somebody, and you put your Visa card and your license. So you have a strip in there, and you put it in. Nobody...
But how are they getting into my... We were just talking about this
because
with someone...
This is New York City. These migrants, they got long fingers. They've been practicing fucking pickpocketing since they were 2. This is what they do in Managua, Nicaragua, where the fuck they come from. They all got, when you're a kid here, you got a doll, right? When you're a kid in Managua, you got a doll with bells. and a jacket with little chain in there. So if you hit that's how you train a pickpocket, with bells.
Right, and that's why I don't put it in my back pocket, but my front pocket's safe.
Listen,
Dude, if someone put a hand
if I
in my
hit you in the head now I know your wallet's in your front pocket, so I'm going to go for it. So why bring your whole life in that fucking wallet when you don't need it? You need one Visa, one ATM card, and your ID, if that. If the migrants don't have licenses, why should you? Shit, for years, I was a criminal. I never had a license on me. And I didn't have an ATM either. It was cash or a knife. That's it. What's your name? I don't know. Where's your ID? I have no fucking idea. And you have 20 IDs. I had 20 IDs growing up, but you're not going to see it.
I had no idea about that.
Take my name for granted. That's what it is. Me llamo Jose Antonio, okay? That's all I fucking know. Me llamo.
But I don't me llamo.
Well, tell them that you llamo, and then they'll leave you the fuck alone.
I had no idea. All right, I'll try it. It makes sense.
Listen, in New York City, it's not as killer as it used to be. You got amateurs now. But how you get mugged is body language and goofiness. That's how you get mugged. Body language and goofiness. You just get fucking mugged.
What's goofiness?
Being a goofball. Hey, look at that sign. Isn't it great? Who gives a fuck? Mind your fucking business. Look straight ahead.
Right.
And get those everybody wants glasses that they could tape people. No. Get glasses with little windshields. Like fucking a car so you can see what's coming up behind you. That's how you got to live. It's 2025. You got to be prepared. These people stab you in the back. They're good with knives, these migrants. And I shouldn't be just blaming the migrants. I got to be blaming everybody in New York City. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the migrants for me to be fucking hawking on you, but I'm trying to take Lee under my wing here. He thinks this is fucking Orlando. You know, you're just walking down the street.
I have to be honest. I don't think I've seen one migrant since I've been here. I don't know where you are in New York. Do you see like these
I see him everywhere.
Migrants?
I see him on Channel 11. I see him on WPIX. That's where I see him.
And what are they doing?
They're just walking the streets looking for momos that carry their wallets in their front pockets.
Okay.
Didn't they mug a fucking cop last week? Yep. Did they not? I mean, am I the only fucking one? Today I got a call from a friend of mine. Hey, man, I'm flying into Newark. I'll be there Wednesday, and we're leaving Saturday out of Newark. I go, are you a fucking idiot? He goes, what are you talking about? I go, you don't want to fly into Newark. He goes, yeah, but we got the tickets a month ago. I go, dog, I don't give a fuck if you got them a year ago. Do you know what's going on in Newark? He goes, no, what's going on? I go, you not put on CNN? No, I don't watch the news. What are you doing with your life? You're going to fly into Newark, get delayed 20... Listen, I'm letting you know right now. I ain't going nowhere to September 6th. I don't even get my real license till August 7th. That real ID bullshit. I don't even get it till August 7th, so...
Wasn't the deadline like this week?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to... Listen, you could still fly. It's going to take you an hour and a half, and if you fly to Newark, it's going to take you 19 hours. So you might as well fly to Philly if you're not going to have an ID. It's extra screening. They check you, but who gives a fuck? They're still going to let you fly. And they're going to enforce it heavy for 2 or 3 months. Now they're going to put Clear and TSA together.
Yeah, they have that.
For an extra charge now, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now they got you there. So now you can go on Clear. We don't have to take your fucking shoes off. You go to Newark, Clear is fucking packed all the time, and so is TS. Listen, summers are horrible to fly anymore. The last 5 years since the pandemic. This year, if you're thinking of flying out of Newark, cancel your fucking flight. Why go through that? Like I was telling Jim Florentine the other day, I'm old school. I get to an airport today, and you tell me my flight's canceled. You know what? Keep the luggage. Keep it. I don't even want it. Because that's another 4 hours. I got to wait here for the luggage to get shipped downstairs. So before that happens, keep the luggage. I got my sleep apnea machine. I got my weed in there. I got my license. I got a toothbrush. That's all you need.
Have you thought about shipping your luggage down?
A what?
They like I did it once when I left LA. You can like give UPS your luggage and they'll just deliver it to the hotel and you send it back. That way you don't have to do shit at the airport.
I don't know.
But what about speaking of Newark, the air traffic controllers, they got time off because it was so stressful?
Listen, if you're on a plane and I don't know where you are, that's one thing. But look, it's the other way around. If I'm sitting in a plane, the pilot goes, hey, the tower just turned off. We have no fucking idea where we're at. I'm scared. But if I'm in a fucking thing sitting there in a tower you can't even go through, why am I stressed out? But that's the country today. That's America now. We're all stressed out over dumb fucking reasons. that, everybody's stressed out. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Go to yoga. Get a Whoop watch. Exercise. Everybody's so fucking stressed out, and I get it, man. Times are rough. I'm looking around, man. Restaurants are empty. Yeah. Comedy clubs are empty. A major comedy club just bounced a check. Once you bounce a check, that's the beginning of the end, Jack. That's all I know. There ain't no coming back from that. You don't bounce a check by mistake. And especially a comedy club. That's a corporation. So keep telling me how things are great. You're going to jump up and down. Things are fucking rough, and they're going to get rougher. Dog, I'm an econ major, so out of habit, I look at things. I love looking at businesses and see what's going on. Restaurants by my house that 5 years ago would be packed on a Tuesday night, got 2 people in those motherfuckers now on a Tuesday night. It's a different fucking game.
Well, what about that? We were just talking about the Knicks game. It was the most expensive Knicks ticket in the history of the Knicks.
Okay, that's great. So you bought a ticket. There's one ticket in there that's $31,000, and you bought it like a jerk off. You bring like some hot chick to be cool. She don't know what the ticket costs unless you tell her, I paid $31,000 for the ticket, and they get lost by 40. How bad do you feel? Well, you might as well put a Nick hat on, the sweatshirt, and jump up and down with fucking the black guy, the director.
Oh, yeah.
Where was he? He wasn't jumping up and down. He was sitting there fucking depressed, looking for Denzel Washington. Even Tracy Morgan was puking again. $30,000. That's just stupidity. That is just something that you look at and go, and I get it. Well, Joey, he's worth $20 million. I know. But it's a fucking principle. And nobody knows it. I can see if $31,000, I want to sit in the middle, like up by the top, and at halftime they zip me down. And I get out of there like, yeah. 9 problems, but a bitch ain't one. You know what I'm saying? That's $31,000. But for $31,000 to sit next to a guy who paid $1,500 for his, how dumb do you fucking feel?
Oh yeah.
But that's the stupidity of us now. That's how dumb we are now. That 30, and you're bringing a girl that's hot, but she don't give a fuck about this game. Yeah, she got a little Knick hat on, like they do during Yankee season. Look at the Knick games. Look at the first 10 rows, and get back to me. They're not watching a game. Look. It's Denzel. Look, it's Artie Lang. Look, it's Christopher Columbus. That's all they're doing. They're not even watching the game.
No.
It's people. The people who watch the game, they're at home.
Yeah.
Because they know it's a bunch of fake Knicks fans all of a sudden that come out to show how much they love New York. And those idiots that get together and watch the game on the street behind a thing, get a fucking life. Get a life. Go find a comedian extraordinaire, old school savage.
What's up, son?
What's up, buddy? Elise Ayat's here.
I'm still here.
You know, it's funny when I was like, we're talking about kids now, and my daughter went to a concert the other night. Who's the dude that played halftime? Lamar?
Whatever his name.
Yeah,
Kendrick
I don't
Lamar.
fucking know. Yeah. And she's dressed like, I go, put a fucking coat on, okay? Because you and your friends are going to be the only white kids here. So you're going to stand out to begin with. So put something on your shit. And she's got her prom Friday. And last night we're sitting at the table. I go, look, let me tell you what's sacred in this world. God, your parents, and your virginity. Okay? You go to the prom, I said, he can get some titty. That's it. That's it. He said, you can get a little titty. I told her, he can get a little titty. That's it. So,
what was her reaction to this?
Let me tell you, I got older daughters with kids, and I told them the same shit. They didn't listen, but still, you got to carry the message. You're 17, you're good looking, little titty, move on. See what I'm saying?
I am shocked.
Why?
I am fucking shocked right now.
What?
I didn't even know what to tell my daughter. I wouldn't even fucking know. I would not even know.
Yeah, well, you're Virginia.
But you're not going to grind them because then they'll want to be out there being freaks. It's like Catholic girls.
Yeah.
When they went to Holy Rosary Academy, they were all nice and shit. And when they bust out of there, they become fucking animals.
Oh.
You
Catholic
can't
school
oppress
girls,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't oppress them.
No,
like that either.
I mean, my kid is good. She's smart. She going to hangs out with other kids. But, prom night, they're getting a house, 15 dudes and 15 girls, they rented a house for the weekend. Listen, I didn't go to a prom because in 11th grade, I raised my hand to go to the bathroom and I never came back. I just walked out. I said, fuck this. This ain't for me. But so I didn't really go to a prom. I went to some graduation parties, they didn't know. But I never went to a fucking prom or any of that shit, and she's going why couldn't, it's so much easier if you have a boy. You know what I'm saying? So much easier.
But not as meaningful.
No, it's not as fun.
It wouldn't be
I know.
the same for me. I mean, I love a boy, Yeah. I would love anything. I don't give a fuck at this point in the game. But I think with girls, especially guys like us, first off, God doesn't put a girl in your life unless you did something really bad.
I got 3 of them.
As a kid, okay? That's why when I was 13, I knew I was going to have daughters. I just knew it. God's going to fuck with you. He's going to make you pay for everything you said, everything you do, whatever. And then after, I came to that realization, I became better with women because I knew I'm going to get, and sure enough, 2 fucking daughters. And, and it's like I tell people, it's tough to be a racist when you have a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, especially when your oldest one's married to a black guy. And they got the cutest little Puerto Rican baby.
Is that what Jews and blacks make?
Yeah, Puerto Rican babies. This kid is fucking the coolest. I FaceTime with him and stuff. But I have 3 daughters, but they all grew up. You know what? They all grew up great. Because like you, my ex-wife, myself were in my kids' lives. You know what I mean? We were involved. I would go to all, and every time I call you, you're at a game. I went to all my daughter's games. I was in the stand yelling and screaming, because I had money on the games. But still, you know what I mean? These kids better cover. But, if you're there for your kids, and I don't know why I'm talking about kids because I heard you earlier, if you show your kids attention and affection, they'll grow up to be pretty good kids. You know what I'm saying? Usually. My parents were nowhere to be, not my mother's fault. My father's nowhere to be found. He's all whatever. So my mother couldn't control me. She couldn't control me.
I had a situation in my house about a year ago that my wife was fucking traumatized. It let me know about the future quickly. I talked to my wife because I didn't really know. I didn't want her to think that I was a stiff or I didn't trust her. So my daughter asked me about a concert, and I go, sure, you go see the fucking girl. And it was Chaperone. And she found some other kid to go with her. And my wife went up to pick the kid up. The kid had purple hair and shit, and she was Mercy's age. And she was fucking chubby with a barrel dress on, and my wife was like, whatever, I don't know what kids are dressed like. And then she went to the show, and there was a man with a dress on with a beard standing in front of my daughter. And during the fucking concert, they were running ads for Palestine. It was just one thing after the other that got me hotter and hotter. Well, my wife is a fucking redneck, and she's a fucking Christian. And it broke her. When they got home, they were both crying. And I asked my wife, what happened? And she goes, I'm going to fucking kill her. She called my wife when you don't like transvestites.
What's that?
When you don't like transphobic. And my wife lost it. My wife went upstairs. They were yelling at each other. And 2 days later, I asked Mercy, what the fuck was that? And she's like, Dad, she's not used to it and stuff. And then a couple of weeks later, the chick won an MTV award. And that's the night she came out talking about they should start a fund for all these artists. And I'm like, I turned the TV off. I go, Mercy, we got to talk. This ain't the world. This is a chick looking for attention. First off, she's the ugliest little girl I've ever seen in my life. That is the ugliest fucking kid I have ever. And that's what they, the other day went to fucking, not California Pizza Kitchen. I don't go to that place. Went to the other place, the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking tremendous. She wanted to go.
Plate's this big.
So, no, the place is huge. I'm taking her there. And sure enough, 2 15-year-old girls, 400 pounds apiece. And they're, what are they? Rock, what are they? With the fucking makeup, with the wig. And
what are they? Unfuckable.
And I told my daughter, I go, you see those 2 goth chicks?
Oh, God.
What And now they're 400 pounds apiece. They're probably freshmen in college. They could just go to the gym and be accepted. I mean, that's the shit that I don't know what's going on in the world. Like when a parent looks at a child and goes, we have to talk.
Well,
You cannot have fucking God shit on. And, you know, it's just, we've gone somewhere else. I see it with coaching. Like, you're supposed to be scared of your parents at some point. And when you have a coach, like, dog, when I was growing up, I had coaches that in rec that would fucking make you go off. Like, you ran the whole fucking hour with no ball. And I see these fucking softball parents, not the parents, but the coaches. And it's like, everybody raises their kid petrified. Well, I'm not scared. I'm scared of what she'll turn out like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm petrified. Like, I could die tomorrow. And she's a 14-year-old kid, and it's the same. It's a cycle of what happened to me. It's a girl who's lost now, and, you know, she's going to stall for a while because it's hard to recover from a death. That's my biggest fear, Rich, is what happens to our kids later on if we don't do the right job. We could do the best job in the world, and I could still fucking have a daughter that wants to strip.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, those ads for Palestine to concert, I'm sure they weren't for rentals. Anyhow.
No, but it pisses me off. When you went to see Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath or the
it wasn't
B-52s,
political.
It wasn't political.
No, they just
This
played.
whole thing is wrong. Like, this whole fucking thing is wrong.
Well, look at that Irish band that put up a big sign, fuck Israel. They lost their visas, but, you know it's all political, and they're brainwashing the kids. Not only the world, they're teachers, they're professors in colleges. You know what? Back in the 60s and 70s, liberalism was open-mindedness, looking at things from both sides. Now, both sides have been hijacked by extremists. You're either this or this. You know what I'm saying? And they're fucking these kids. Half these kids protesting, you know, on these college campuses, they're just dumb white girls that have no idea. They have no idea about history, you know, American history, more or less, foreign history, you know. So I don't want to get into politics, but they're all being brainwashed right now, these kids. They're being brainwashed. And I told my daughter, you know, you got to make your look at things from both sides, make your own decision, hang out with white kids, and I'm just fucking around.
When I was 18 and 19, politics was the last thing I was thinking about.
Me too.
And again, even if Chaperone would have put up pro-Israel stuff, and I would have been at the show, I would have said no. No. What the fuck are you doing with this shit? And like I told my daughter, I'm happy you don't fucking listen. I stopped playing in the fucking car. I don't mind the fucking Irish chick, Billie Eilish. Yeah. I don't mind those bitches. Saul with tea, but that fucking show, I can't take that, and I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in her fucking head, and I don't want her to have that type of behavior in her head. It's fucking lame, and it's ruining fucking kids. And you got to say something at some point and go, hey, no, it ain't going to work.
That's true, though, but if it said pro, none of it. I don't want to.
I don't want to hear about none of that shit.
The last concert I went to, I was in Arizona, and the club owner took me to see Springsteen, right? He didn't do any of his political shit. He just came out, did almost, 4 hours or something? I don't know, whatever he played. He killed. It was a good concert, and I left. There was no, you know, stopping and talking about this or that. Just play your fucking music and let me get the fuck out. That's all.
If you had a good listen, I look at these concerts online.
Do what?
I look at some of these concerts online. I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't go to half these concerts. It's just embarrassing at this point.
I haven't gone to one.
No.
I don't
know that you went and had a good time, but like half these guys now to the touring, it's like, come on, guys.
I didn't really have.
Come on, guys. Like, stop.
The dude that took me was a real Springsteen fan, and he's singing, and he turns and sings to me. What the? You're a dude. Don't be fucking singing to me. Turn the fuck around. Sing out that way.
I'm not from the Jersey side where Springsteen was king.
Yeah.
I'm from the Jersey side where Ted Nugent was king.
Yeah.
And if you like Springsteen, it wasn't going to be a good afternoon.
Well, I was more.
It was not going to be a good afternoon.
I liked Southside John. I was more of a Ramones guy.
I like
growing
the
up.
Ramones. I like the B-52s,
Yeah,
but
the Ramones were fucking. I loved the Ramones back then. You know, whatever. Springsteen.
they
I
were
never
half
paid
retarded too. The Ramones. That
Yeah, well,
older
yeah,
Ramone,
that
looks
guy
fucking
looks
half
like an
retarded.
ugly Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, he's in bad.
Yeah.
Go away, please.
I know.
You know, oh, that's punk music. That's ugly.
I'll tell you.
Go away. Leave me the fuck alone.
I was a big fan because they were from my hometown, Parliament Funkadelics.
Oh, I like
I was a
Parliament
big
Funk- yeah,
Mothership Connection.
Yeah, that's
They were
all
from
good.
Plainfield, a couple
I
of
was
them.
going to see those motherfuckers
Yeah.
in '95 in Boulder.
Yeah.
They were coming like once a month, and that was a great fucking show. I like all that stuff.
I wish I was in town. They're playing
yeah, they're
down
doing
at Asbury
something.
Park.
Yeah, they're doing something.
God
a festival
damn,
or something.
I know
How
we-
old is he now, though?
Oh, George Clinton?
He's got to be
He's
80.
old. I think he's older than Biden.
His
he's-
hair must smell bad now.
Oh yeah.
That fucking
Yeah.
pachugi, whatever they put in their hair, to fucking
83.
keep those dreads, that's not bueno.
He's about to be
I
84 in
can't.
July.
Relaxer. What?
No, that's not relaxer.
Oh,
That's remember when I went to prison, that was big. Everybody had the jerry curl in prison, and they would have to wear a shower cap
Oh,
in the daytime and shit. They would have to wear a shower cap, and I'm like, well, I can't handle this.
I'll show you a picture later. My hair was. I had a big afro. Cause
So did I.
Did you?
So did I. I'm from North Bergen, and with the humidity, it really goes
Yeah.
off.
Well, so I had an
Fuck you.
I had an afro, curly ass hair, and then I went to New York, and I went to this hairdresser because I wanted a shag, like
Like the carpet?
No, like they had. It was like feathered, and so I went to this place. They cut my hair and hot combed it, and I had the nicest shag until the first time I washed it, and that shit shot back up to an afro. I had a shag for 2 days.
When you were a kid, you don't understand that. Like, what the fuck this guy to do my hair? I got to figure out this magician trip and shit.
This shit was nice, man. I went to school like David Cassidy. But, you know, back to my black high school with my afro.
So you're from Plainfield?
Plainfield, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And that was rough in the 80s and 70s, dog.
Kids used to come to in high school, they carry guns to school. In high school, I remember Willie, he pulled out his gun and his friend said, don't fuck with, to me, they go, don't fuck with him, he's cool, right? Like, I never got fucked with because I grew up playing sports and, you know, smoking reefer and selling, whatever. Even the gangster, Earl, if you owed him money, he took you to the park and made you strip, and he threw you in the pond, and they fuck you up naked, you know, beat your ass. He used to take people for a ride. He owned 2 deuce and a quarters, all right, 2 Electra 225s. Big drug dealer. Loved me. I just grew up amongst that. So, but dudes in the late 75. Our school was terror. It was terror. I'm telling you. Like, one day, me and my friend, because we were in Plainfield, we go, let's go up to Watchung and look at some white girls. And we drove up to the school, and we're walking around, and the principal came and goes, look, I know you two aren't from here. Go back to wherever the fuck you're from. Just get out
Was
of
he
here.
black, your friend?
No, white
was
dude.
white
We
dude.
went to just go to
How many
another
white
school.
dudes were there in Plainfield High in those days?
It wasn't a lot, but like they had a high school reunion, so I went just to show, you know, see some old friends and shit. I didn't sign up. I just, you know, I was at right by the bridge, by the mall, by my house that year. So my wife came and met me there, and it was like me and 3 other white guys. She didn't believe I went to a black high school, and she came to the reunion. She goes, "Oh, damn, you were right," right? And Roxanne was there. She was so fine in high school, but you know, we're older now. But I saw dudes like, so I did like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They brought me on. The same Muslim motherfucker with his bow tie was still Muslim, right? Same people. And Gerald was there. He used to sit the bench for the basketball. You know, I was fucking with dudes. I went to school. It was so much fun because, you know, these are dudes I grew up with since 5th, 6th grade, played sports. They were all there, and they're fucking, I mean, pimped the fuck out. They look, you know.
What were the bad schools down there?
What's that?
Pensauken, Camden,
Oh, well, yeah.
Plainfield, Malcolm X Shabazz was a bad school.
East
right?
Orange. Well,
East
West
Or-
Orange. West
Well,
Orange.
one year they flipped the North Bergen bus, the basketball bus.
Did they?
I
What?
think freshman Christmas tournament, they flipped the North Bergen bus.
Well, Plainfield won the states in basketball this year. Plainfield won the
They
states.
win the states every fucking
They're
year.
fucking, yeah, I mean, they,
Plainfield. And there wasn't Passaic. Maybe was bad. What was the school where everybody from Louisville in the 80s had 4 players from a fucking Jersey school, and they called it the Louisville Connection.
from Jersey. Elizabeth?
Maybe it was Elizabeth.
Because Elizabeth put out some players.
Yeah, early
Gil
on. yeah.
Chapman.
I think that dude is from Jersey too. The dude that plays for Dallas, the crazy guy that was a Nick, and he was saying anti-Semitism shit.
Oh, you're talking
Kyrie
about
Irving.
What's it?
Kyrie Irving. He
He's-
thinks the world is flat.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Fucking Wiz Khalifa thinks it. I never even thought about it. And if it's flat, I don't give a fuck.
You want to see flat? Look at my wife's ass. That shit's flat. Okay,
Listen.
it's like fucking Jackie Chan from behind.
You know, it's.
Who gives a fuck if the world's... First of all, the world ain't flat.
We
My
were-
globe at home is
My wife and I
round.
were talking last night. We're talking about soap and other shit. We're watching Mobland after Mobland. We're
how
just
good it-
talking. And we're fucking, and my wife's like, you never really had interest. She goes, can you fill me in on that? And I'm like, listen, you know, I don't know. Like,
About what? About...
I just never, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If it's got nothing to do with me, I really don't. Like, if it's a flat earth or if it's a round earth, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Like, you want me to worry about who shot Kennedy? It's 2025. It was 60 years ago. He got shot in the head. I don't give a fuck who shot him or how they shot. I've always been like that. If it had nothing to do with how we're going to put $5 in our pocket, it's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I don't know. And it's like some people have distractions in their life. I fucking don't even let distract. Like, and people get mad. Like, a couple weeks ago, I went on a couple podcasts and I spoke about that shit. I don't care about Epstein or Diddy
no.
or none of that shit. It has nothing. Like, I just don't have time to even think about that stuff.
My life growing up was fucked up. I got comfortable being uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Me too.
I got being uncomfortable. So I have my own shit to deal with, you know, whether it be anxiety, getting sober, raising a family, my own shit to deal with. You know, now I'm dealing with a lot of other shit. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just being affected by it from outside issues. You see what, you know, because of my religion. But it's not personally affecting me because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in college or I'm not, you know, my job isn't, I know what you're saying. Just I worry about my kids and
My
not
friends,
even my older, my friends.
family.
Yeah.
It's like when I see somebody on TV, like, oh yeah, we're having a benefit for blind kids. And they invite people over to the house and they cater and they put this big shadoo on. But meanwhile, they got a cousin who needs fucking money.
Yeah, or they,
I never understood that shit. You got people in your circle, but you want to help, like, and it's like, I know you do it for attention. At the end of the day, it's for fucking attention. So people come over and go, oh, he's such a good person.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck.
it's just like
As long as you have food there,
somebody's birthday on Facebook.
nobody
They go,
really gives a fuck.
yeah.
You know what really
I know.
bugs me is those people online who like they'll go find someone like a homeless guy or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll give him money and they'll
Film it.
they do it nice. They're in theory it's a nice thing, but they have
Bro.
they're interviewing a homeless guy.
Here's the thing. First of all, donation is not supposed. When you donate, you're not supposed to let people know
No.
because it's self-serving. Donation is like I never let people know that. You know, I send money to St. Jude. That's between me and St. Jude
I
because
send money to St. Jude.
they're the only legitimate one. But people go on Facebook. It's my birthday. Can you donate to? No.
Go fuck
No,
yourself.
I got
on
my own
Facebook in
cause.
the morning, nothing bothers me more than that. Donate to go fuck yourself. I gotta go to the car and get my wallet to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
With
Forget
my-
it.
my
Forget
cause.
I even had a good fucking. By the way, they want to be on my birthday.
Yeah.
I want you to donate to Cats of Newark. Listen, a cat ain't gonna get $1 from
I
me.
know.
All right?
Yeah.
Just take your fucking happy birthday and move on with your fucking
Yeah,
life.
lucky you got a happy
Now I
birthday
gotta
for me.
donate to the Africans or some blind school. Get the fuck. I'm not going out to the car to get my wallet. I'm not doing it. My wallet's in my car. The other day I called the doctor. Can we have your insurance card? Anthem. Can we have the number? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got referred for you from a fucking doctor. You think he would refer me if I had no fucking insurance? Well, call back when you have the number. And then I gotta wait another 80 days.
Yeah.
Anthem. Write it down and give me a fucking appointment. The lady just like froze. Why? You know I'm calling you. I'm fucking legit. And you want to break my fucking balls now. Or call me back. No, I ain't calling you fucking back. And say something. I'll call your fucking supervisor. It's Anthem. I got a reference. You know the doctor? Yeah, we will. Then what the fuck? You think he would send you a fucking deadbeat? The fuck is wrong with these people?
It's
unfucking believable.
I went to physical therapy, and they go fill this shit out. I go, I was here already once. I how many
Tell
times
your
I gotta
mother to
fill
fill
it
it
out?
out. We're gonna send you a pro packet. What's your medication? Listen,
I know.
You see my wife next to me?
Yeah.
Don't ask me a fucking question unless I got people. My sister today. So what kind of? What are you bothering me for?
I just know.
I don't know nothing. I'm telling you what I know. It's foot fungus. Well, what type? Where'd you get it? Who cares?
Who
cares?
What disease did your
You
daddy
see my
have?
wife next to me? She got all the paperwork. What bank? I don't know. Bank of America. Everybody goes to Bank of America, right?
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with people?
I don't. I got to fill out. Like, I didn't. That's the reason I quit school. I didn't like filling shit out.
No.
I don't want to fill
Every
shit.
time you call a doctor, we're going to send you a package for what? I got to get there 10 minutes early. Now I got to bring reading glasses and fill stupid shit out. Have you ever had hepatitis? I don't fucking know. I had chlamydia and it disappeared one day. Okay, it stopped leaking. I never heard from it again.
Has your dad lost any toes? What the fuck? What really gets me is when I walk in, not even hello, what are you here for? Insurance and I,
insurance,
motherfucker, slow the
Say
fuck
good
down.
morning.
Do I look like I'm going to rip you the fuck off? The first thing.
I fuck with them now. Occupation, savage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What'd your father die from? Heroin.
Yeah.
What'd your mother die from? She got stabbed 20 times because she was getting raped.
Okay, Lewis.
And I love when they read the paperwork. They look at it and they look at me for a second. And then they know I'm not fucking around. I'm not here. What's with the questions? I got fucking sick. I got diverticulitis, whatever the fuck it is.
So there's two.
Why are you asking me fucking questions and making me talk?
So I'm in fucking physical therapy this morning, and the dude, he used to play football. He used to play halfback for the Giants, but now he's. So they have me on this thing doing this. I go, this is gay. I go, I laugh at people in the gym doing this
30
shit.
minutes. I got to pay $80 to do this. Come on. Get up, Mongo. Let's do this right. Bend the fucking knee.
Shoulder.
Let's go. They did the same shit to me, too.
I know. Massage me. Make me come. Do something.
Yeah, I'm not
sitting
for
there like
$88. Insurance don't want to cut it. Then they want to Michael needle me. Like, a little fucking needle. It's like fucking a little... Whatever, with the little dicks. It's just a little fucking needle, a little Filipino dick.
I'm fucking
they
around.
shut up with one of those little fucking gumball dicks. This is going to change your life. It ain't going to change my fucking life.
Listen,
give me the jap with the long fucking needle. That's what works.
I'm fucking around with rubber bands.
How do these people react to you saying this? I'm just imagining like a 22-year-old kid
I'm
answering
done,
the phone.
guys. I'm 62, and I've earned this fucking right as an American. I pay taxes. I was a felon. I did my time. I paid taxes, and I fucking deserve better treatment from medical and all these fucking idiots. And you got to call them out from time to time. If not, they'll keep fucking with you.
Well,
they keep fucking with you. Why do I have to go get my insurance card? I told you I got insurance. That's all you need to know. Anthem. ANTHEM. That's it. What's the number? I don't know. 21963. Do the fucking math. I don't fucking know.
Now I got to go play 219.
You get so like fucking like I'm not into it no more. Like I'm just not into it no more.
I'm
done. I've already lived before. We already took down People's Express. I took down People's Express in '84. It's 2025. Yeah.
And MCI.
I took down Discover card by
let
myself.
me tell you something.
I took Discover card. They sent me those checks, those blank checks. Remember when they would send you the card, but then they send you those blank checks? That card was cut up, and I still was using those checks. I would have it show up with a feather with blood. Yeah. How much?
When I had my painting business, I feel bad. I gotta hook these paint stores. Used to give me paint on credit. Anytime you gave me anything on credit, you never saw
You
me
ain't
again.
gonna see me again.
What the fuck is wrong with at the bar where I went to? They had me on the sign with the absolute deadbeat list because I was passing bad checks. You know, what the fuck? They took them.
That was a Sunday. Like Sunday, you woke up with no money.
Yeah,
I got checks. I got money. You know what I'm saying? Sunday's a good day to write a check. Nobody can check them out. You're in there buying fucking, give them a couch.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
This is why they ask for your numbers on the phone now.
Fuck you.
Let me tell you, checks were
you.
like money, man.
Dog, I used to work for this company in Fairview. The guy was a scumbag. He was like a fucking, he was a carpenter's helper. It was $7 an hour. And I would go and he'd go, oh, the first 2 hours you don't get paid because it's in the car. He would just do douchey things. I still remember a couple times not having lunch money and him not even offering. Like he just did a bunch of douchey things. And then he was supposed to meet me one fucking Friday. And he never showed up. It was like a $60 check. I was living with George. I go, George, drive me down to this guy's house. I just kicked the back door in. I took his Dom Perignon and fucking Magnum. I took a bunch of shit.
That's right.
He had like $180 to go. I took George drove me to a couple places. Well, I said, George, I'll be
Allegedly.
right back. I just kicked the fucking door down.
Well, let me tell you.
No, allegedly it happened. It was 40 years ago. They can't fucking take me to court now. He had a roommate that wouldn't give him $200. I stole his car stereo and the government check he got. And cashed it. Cashed it like a motherfucker.
I was working for this club, this guy that booked rooms, right? That's when I first, and he got kicked out of his house. So he had all his shit in his hotel room, right? And I was working the hotel. He booked the room there. So this motherfucker, after my show, didn't have my money. I went and took his TV, right? Not his TV. And I come home with it. My ex-wife goes, oh, so you working for a microwave next week? But that TV lasted 8 years. I took his TV. This carpenter didn't pay me. I took his Sawzall, whatever. It's a, expensive saw. Listen, just give my fucking money. I don't want to have to steal your shit. I don't do it now, because I'm getting paid. But back in the day, and even if you did pay me and left shit around, I go, you didn't pay me enough.
Dude, I forgot you had a painting business. One of my favorite things to watch online is when they don't pay a contractor and the contractor destroys the shit that they did.
Yeah.
That must feel so good.
Well, and I say this on stage, but I was fucked up. What I would do is I would go to the garage sales and I would buy like these old golf clubs for like $5 a set, rusty old golf clubs. So then I go to a coke dealer. I go, give me $1,000 on credit. I'll leave my golf clubs as collateral. I said, don't sell my clubs. So come Friday, I owed everybody in town money. And I had an old Dodge pickup truck. So I would have my workers paint my truck with house paint. So I had a different color. Their boss, he had a red truck. That's shutter green semi-gloss. I would paint my Dodge truck. I would paint it different colors every week. And then I was fucked up. This is my life then. Not now. People would pay me, for Benjamin Moore paint. That's good paint. And I had the Benjamin Moore cans. So I would go buy the $5 paint and pour it into the Benjamin Moore cans, then show up at the house with Benjamin Moore with shitty paint in it. I'm driving away, the house is already peeling and shit. But I made amends to some people, said I'm sorry. I was back then.
And their house is still shitty. They said they still missed the wall.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking of writing another book.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of ideas for different books, but one was, and it would be embarrassing, it would be the life of an addict.
Yeah.
And some of the shit, I said it all, but there's some shit that you think of and you go, what the fuck was I doing that day? I still remember dumping an ounce of Coke in a bathroom hotel in Denver, and for hours kneeling on my hands and knees, just licking the side of the bowl. And you wonder what the fuck is wrong with me. Underneath, because the water threw the Coke up, so the Coke would turn brown on the toilet. and I would just take it and put it in my nose for hours.
Why'd you dump it? You thought somebody was coming?
Okay. I was living in Boulder with my girlfriend at the time, and I got a call one night. She called me, and she goes, your friends are in town. They're at the airport. They're waiting for you. So I got in my car, drove to Stapleton Airport, and when I pulled up, the guy's like, bro, I know who you're looking for. Those 4 gorillas, I put them in a cab, and I sent them to the strip club, the real popular one. No. This is in Denver. So it's a big one in Denver. And I go, okay, something Charlie's. I took the cab. I walk in. Everybody's dancing to strippers. My 4 buddies have a stripper surrounded. They're throwing her up in the air. You know, I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? They go, we got a hotel across the street. We got 4 ounces of coke. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're bringing strippers over. But he bought a whole block of, there was 4 of them, and he bought a whole block of hotel rooms upstairs. I don't want to say his name. And fucking, we were up there for like 2 days, and they got so paranoid, they were hiding the coke. You know where you take the tissue paper out of the wall when you wash your hand? They were taking the tissue out and hiding it in there and closing the tissue. And so they had 6 bathrooms with the coke hidden in those tissue compartments. So, I don't know, we woke up 2 days later, and they're like, we got to go back home to North Bergen. And they had like 3 ounces of coke. So he goes, take 2 of them and send us the money. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Sure, I'll send you the money tomorrow. This will be gone. And I went back to Boulder, left that ounce in my house, and me and my girlfriend at the time, she drove me to the hotel, and she goes, I have to go back home to do something with my parents, but I'll be back at 11 to spend the night with you, and we'll finish doing the coke. I'm like, okay. I go stop at a liquor store. It was 1 in the afternoon. I go up to this hotel room. I'm in there doing coke, watching TV, and also I'm starting to get paranoid. Like 30 minutes later, I go, let me look out the window. And it's one car after the other. A car would pull up, and then 3 minutes later, the car would pull up, and another one would pull up. And I'm like, oh, fuck. They're switching cars on me. And I'm hearing zzz, zzz with a drill. And I'm like, holy shit, they're going to put a bug in the wall to see if I'm doing coke, right? And it's 2 hours later. I'm sweating profusely. I'm by the window, and still the cars are stopping. 2 minutes, and then they take off, and another car pulls up.
You watched it for 2 hours?
For 3 hours. I was paranoid. I was on my hands and knees sweating. Finally, I hear people talking in the hallway, and I go, fuck this. Oh, no. It gets better. They have a tub of water in the room. You know, like every hotel has a little thing of water. I filled it up with water, and I threw a Coke rock in there to see how long it would take for the Coke rock to dissolve in case they came in, okay? It was a big Coke rock and like 12 ounces, maybe 16 ounces of water. You're going to love this. So now I'm still fucking banging it out. I got no shirt on. I got like, you know, like when you order the porn, but you don't have enough money. So the porn would come in sideways. So you'd have to jerk off on your back and catch like little things. My dick's not getting hard. The whole fucking thing. I'm going through an hour of this, and finally I'm hearing people coming up steps. I'm like, the DA is here. I'm looking out the window. Cars are pulling up and then pulling away. And I took the fucking what I had, and I dumped in the toilet, and I flushed the toilet. And I could see the coke going down. And we were like, and after I dumped it, all the drills stopped. Everything fucking stopped, right? So I'm just staying there for hours, and I'm just licking the coke off the fucking thing for hours. And my phone's ringing in the hotel room. I'm not answering it. And finally I go, fuck, I'm thirsty. And I go and I grab that water with the Coke rock. Now I'm talking to myself at this point. I'm so out of it. I'm like, you know, I got to get my life together. I got to go back to church and shit. I drank the water with the Coke in it, and my voice disappeared. I started talking like Mickey Mouse. So my wife is calling me, who's my girlfriend at the time. She's like, what are you doing? Do you still have any Coke left? I'm like, I couldn't talk. So finally I got dressed about 3 a.m. I went downstairs to see if there were cops. It was a fucking ATM machine, like a drive-through for like something. They were pulling up and leaving. I'm like, God damn it. That was like the 8th time I had dumped an ounce of Coke. One time I thought there were dogs out there. When I went out, there was fire hydrants. I'm like, oh my God. I thought they were fire. And Carl, the redneck I was with, kept yelling, they got dogs. We went out there the next day, it was fire hydrants covered with snow on it.
I fucking, one night, I mean, I smoked all night. I don't know. And I stayed at my mom's house. And I was getting dressed, but undressed and I was naked or something, and I thought I saw a rat run across the floor. I thought. So I took a plate of peanut butter and put it in the center of the floor, and I made a net out of one of my mother's stockings and a hanger, and I was sitting on the couch, half naked, holding a stocking net with peanut butter on the floor. And my mother walks in. She goes, "Rats? No." I mean, the shit that goes on in your head. I'm so glad that.
I don't do that
I don't
shit.
know. I'm sure you, but I'm on borrowed time. I should be dead from the shit I did. This is fucking. It's amazing that I could sit here, laugh, and talk. About some of the crazy shit we used to do. I bought my friends go, "Get me an eighth of Coke." So I got them an eighth of Coke. And they go, "We'll be asleep." Shove it under the door. Shoved it under the door. I made 5 trips going back that night with the fucking hanger, pulling it back.
Taking a little bit out, putting aspirin in there.
Oh. By the time they woke up, there was maybe, a speck left. I would, man, it's just, Coke fucked up people. Like, if there wasn't Coke in the 80s, it was just pot or alcohol, whatever, I'd probably have like a regular life. Coke fucked everything up. Fucked it up. Like, I wouldn't even snort anymore. To me, that was like reading a book backwards. I'd be at a party, you want to snort Coke? What are you wasting it for? Shut the fuck up. I'm not snorting it. But, after that bottom that I had up in Boston or wherever the fuck I was, whew, it was a bad run. A bad run.
I'm thinking about where Nikki lives now. That building was a fucking war zone. And we had friends that lived in that building that they would get so fucking paranoid that they would tie a string around their wrist and tie the string to the doorknob. So if anybody came in, they could hear the wrist. And let's even get deeper. Your friend, God rest his soul, used to put parachutes on his cocaine because he lived on the 30th floor. So if the cops came in, he would throw the coke out the window and they would land down on the floor with little parachutes. And he lived on the 30th floor. He got so paranoid that he greased his balcony. So if you tried to climb through it, he would fall off. Oh, fucking die. That's when you're fucking paranoid, when you grease the balcony. So if Spider-Man just happens to be in the fucking neighborhood,
because everybody thought that
you're going to fucking kill him.
When you were high, you thought people could climb buildings.
Oh, my God. I was in the halfway house, and I got a furlough. And my in-laws said he could furlough here. They were really Catholic, so they put me out in the trailer. And it was the dead of summer. And I went in the house. I stood with them till about 9:30. I couldn't wait. I started yawning at like 9:30. I had an 8-ball waiting for me outside with like a case of Lone Brow. And it was really good Coke. It was 80 degrees that night. I remember being in there at 4 a.m. and seeing people with white, dressed in white, with the trees all had snow on them. And they had the fucking rope with the machine gun in one hand. And they were going down. And fucking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm throwing the Coke away. It fell that day. It was all over the floor. So I'm like a Vietnam vet, pretty much crawling, bumping into an 8-rock over there, going, oh boy, there's another one. I stayed on the floor for like 4 fucking hours. And then I sold Coke in a halfway house. And that's where I really saw paranoia. There was a kid that called into the podcast, Alejandro Rea. I loved him, Mexican kid. I would give him an 8-ball of Coke and he would shave for 12 hours.
He would do what?
Shave. The next day he wouldn't have no skin left. Like you could see where all this and all this was different than his skin color. Because he would sit in the bathroom all night with a towel on with shaving cream, shaving, snorting Coke.
The fuck?
Dude, we've been doing the podcast for like 13 years. I've heard a lot of Coke stories. And it doesn't sound like fun.
Listen, man. When you're fucking in it, you're in it. Yeah. And you think you're having fun. Like, it's really, people say, what's that definition of insanity?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing
something
over
and over with the same results. After a
Expecting
while,
different results. Yeah.
you know, I still remember like buying Coke just to get paranoid, like hiding under my bed. I still remember nights when I left 3 different hotel rooms. Like go to a hotel room, sit down, snort a line, and go, we got to get out of here. And drive a mile to a hotel next door and get another room and sit there and go, we got to get out of here. I did all that crazy shit.
I would do it, and it'd be 3 a.m. I'd be sitting outside my mother's and I would just walk laps around the block to try to walk it off.
I wouldn't walk inside.
I walked, and you could hear my footstep. It was so quiet. People were going, what's this guy doing? Walking, the cops, what are you doing? I go, just exercising, you know. But you would do it just to come down from it. Like, I'm so glad. You know, you can. The fact is, if I did it now, I would die with all that shit in it. That shit in it.
I would just die.
Yeah.
I just know that.
Well, I have money too.
I just know that I would drink a Budweiser and do a line. First of all, I had the opportunity this year. It's going to be 18 years I haven't touched that shit. And last New Year's, I know when people are doing it. I'm a comic. I go in the bathroom and I hear, you know, I know. And it doesn't bother me or affect me or make me relapse or anything. But this last New Year's, I went to a party after New Year's that I wasn't really supposed to be at. And I went in there anyway. And they were snorting coke right in front of me. And I go, you know what? I'm going to sit here and watch this theater like people watch me. It's a theater of pain. They don't even know. That's why, if anybody should got Academy Award, it's Boogie Nights. When the 2 chicks are talking in the bedroom, and she goes, do you want to go for a walk? And she goes, so do I. And she goes, not really. And they're doing it it was a perfect cocaine conversation. They hit it out. Julianne Moore, she's having a fucking thing in there with the skinny chick that used to bang that dude from the store, Heather Graham. And they're talking and they're doing coke. And she goes, let's get out of the house. And she goes, let's do it. And also girl goes, no, I don't really want to do it. I'm like, these guys are a good consultant. Yeah. You know, the scene in Boogie Nights. Dog, I went to a house one night where there was a fucking white dude that I knew, a manager at the Improv. And he had a little Chinese gay guy over there with little diapers on and shit. And I'm like, oh, shit. This is right out of Boogie Nights. And there was somebody else over there, I'll tell you after the podcast. And I was like, God damn, it's real. It's real.
Let me tell you.
It's craziness. It's fucking craziness.
I told this story. It's a famous story I told on the radio, my short story. So we used to cop from these 2 gay guys in East or West Orange. They live in the high rise. I'll say Doug and Dickie. It's on my first album. I told the story on Opie and Anthony, Doug and Dickie. So we'd go up there. I'm going to use fake names. Me, Bill, and Tom. And every time we go up there, like Dickie, the light-skinned black dude, would ask one of them, hey, come upstairs, I got to show you something. Give them tons of coke, ask if he could blow them, and supposedly they said no, right? Now, I'm going up there week on week, week after week, and Dickie's never asking me to go upstairs, and I'm starting to get a complex. You know, like my mom's like, calm down, he'll ask to suck your dick, give it time, right? So I went up there. Remember those basketball shorts with no pockets? Man, I had basketball shorts on, no underwear. You could see like just my ball bag, right? I'm going up tonight. He's like, hey, Tom, you want to go upstairs? Leave that fucking homo down here. Basically, like that's how ugly I was. That he never invited me upstairs.
A up gay guy. Never even want to suck your dick. That's not good for the ego. Huh?
That's not good.
Because all you need is you should have gave him a whistle. You know, like gay guys love whistles and shit. Tell him you blow a little whistle in his muffler. He would have gone fucking with bots.
Dude, there's no one who loves gay guys more than Joey, and you invent sexual stuff for them. How are you gonna blow a whistle on someone's asshole?
I don't know, but if anybody could figure it out, it's a gay man. They're fucking crafty. They'll figure out how to talk you into blowing a whistle up your asshole. Listen, somebody talked the Indians into selling New York. You could always talk somebody into doing something creepy at 4 a.m. when you got a bank book and they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Bad checks, coke, you know. Listen, I look back. I'm glad I did everything I did in life.
Me too.
Because it put me where I am now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you are where you're at when you're supposed to be there, and you know that was just my life. All the shit we did, but we did have fun. After high school, my friends and I, man, we went to parties. We had a good time. And then those good times, well, you know, you leave one set of dudes, and then you're hanging with dudes that do more. Then you're with the next level of dudes, and next thing you know, you're in rehab. Next thing you know, you're like, your mom drops you off in the morning, and
I
you
always
just
think
walk.
about my divorce from that poor fucking girl. That girl lived through hell. And one of the things I remember the most is I was supposed to go to her brother's wedding. I was supposed to go to brother's wedding about a month before. This is when I was crazy. I'm still crazy, but I was real crazy then. Like 2 weeks before that, I bought an ounce of Coke that was so good. And I was such a junkie that I gave it to a friend of mine to hold in his safe. And I said, do not give me this till February, whatever, the day before the wedding. Do not give me this. Even if I threaten you, do not give it to me. And something happened, I never bothered him. And the day before the wedding, I went over there about 3 p.m. And I was supposed to take a flight at 6 a.m. to take me to Denver, and then the car would pick me up and drive me to Boulder for a wedding. I had a dog then. What was his name? Hercules. I had a dog. And about 4 p.m, I just started doing a couple lines. One line led to another. About 7 o'clock, I said, I need a cocktail. I went, I said, I could buy a bottle of tequila, but I'll buy everything now. A case of beer, a case of this. I was by myself, guys. Then it was midnight. Then it was 5 a.m, and that dog wanted to go out to pee, and I wouldn't let him. I'm like, you ain't going out there. There's the boogeyman's out there, Hercules. And I went straight, like I didn't go to the wedding. The phone kept ringing. I didn't leave the fucking house. I didn't let the dog out till Saturday at midnight when the cops came. I was calling the cops on myself. I was like, there's somebody out there. The cops would come around. You know how many times I called them that night? 3 times. Every hour on the hour, I called them, there's a burglar out there. And the last time they came, they're like, Joey, put away the bag. They're like, do you want us to take it and we'll bring it back tomorrow? I'm like, no, what bag are you talking about? I had it hidden in the sink so I could hit it with the disposal. And I kept putting my hand in there going, I'm going to lose my fingers. It was fucking terrible. And I still remember like Sunday, I had no Coke left. I'm still trying to masturbate. And I'll tell you what I was watching. I was watching The Girl in Red with, what's her name? The pretty girl from the 80s.
Not
I mean,
Kelly.
this is 1986, so.
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock shows her monkey for a little split second when what's his name calls her from the window. What's his name? Gene Wilder calls her from the car. She throws the blanket up and gets up, and you see her little bush for a second. I figured out how to freeze it on there. Like I just froze it on that bush, and for 12 hours I was like, this has to happen. Nothing ever happened. That's embarrassing. When you're trying to jerk off and nothing happens. And if you have Coke, how many times did this happen? You have Coke and you call a girl and she's like, I'll be right over. But then you actually jerk off and come and you're like, I'm not letting her in.
Yeah.
Fuck her. She can knock out there all night. She's out there banging on the door. Hurry up, it's me. That's it. I already came. I'm keeping this Coke.
I didn't have, this wasn't Coke, but I was working Rascals, and I picked this girl, Rascals down the shore. There was a club down Ocean Township.
35,
And I picked this
34.
girl up. So I take her to the diner. I get her a burger, whatever. Not the deluxe, but the burger. And, you know, you don't get fries yet. So then we get in the car and we're making out. She goes, I can't make out in a diner. So then I pull next door to the car wash. She goes, what's wrong with you? And there was a hotel across the street, like a crack hotel on the other side. So I pull in the hotel. There wasn't a car in the parking lot, not one car. So we're in the car before I go in. We start making out, and she either blows me or gives me a hand job, and I bust a nut. I go, I'll be right back. So I go in the hotel. I walk back. I go, oh, man, they're all sold out. Right? She goes, there's no cars here. I go, yeah, it's a crack hotel. They don't have cars. I mean, I gave her one of my CDs, but still. Take this with you. But yeah.
What
But
CD?
when you're into drugs, you get creepy about that shit. There was a chick I really liked before I got married, and I would team up with her whenever I was doing coke. But I started to learn her period schedule, so I wouldn't go over there those 5 days. And she would call me, come over, I'm horny, not tonight. I'm not sharing coke with you. You're bleeding, bitch. I'm not going. We're some greedy motherfuckers. I did a podcast with Theo. It's online, and he was talking about it. How many nights he would get coked up, call a hooker, and get so paranoid he wouldn't let him in. He would slip money out the hole and say, go away. And then he let one in, and the next day she got sick, and he took care of her for a week. And he goes, we're still friends, man. I like her.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Drugs take you to places that you never think you'd go, like sometimes. And you go, and you're like, I'm not going to do that again, but
yeah,
it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun fucking 20 years for me to do coke. I loved it.
It was fun until it wasn't fun.
Yeah,
until I started.
It's not fun anymore.
Once you
when my back started jolting in the middle of the night, I would get these jolts in my back at the end, and I'm like, I'm going to die pretty soon. And that's what stopped me at the end. That and my wife. That's why I said, fuck this.
I was at this bar at the Film Center, 40-cent drafts. I had maybe $1 for 2 drafts. I didn't know how I was getting back home. I was fucked up. This girl, I think she was hot. She came, sat at my table, and she goes, can I buy you a drink? I go, yeah. She goes, well, you got to walk up and get it. And she gave me $20. I walked up to the bar, ran out the door, and took off. And I go, it doesn't get any lower than that. Yeah. Then I was in like rehab maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. I mean, I just stole the girl's $20. And you think, oh, it's only $20. But you can't, you're like, you got no money. You got to figure out a way to get high. I snatched some shit out of this dude's hand. He punched me twice in the head. Next thing you know, I threw it in the pipe. It was soap. What the fuck you hitting me over soap for? And don't rip me off when I'm ripping you off. What the fuck is that about? I know. But it's, let me tell you something. There's no good ending.
No.
There's no good ending to that shit. No good ending. And, look, when he started, he had hair.
I had a lot of things. Brain cells. But it's... I gotta be honest, though. I get paranoid. That's why I like weed, is because it shuts off. Like, people say they get paranoid on edibles. I really don't.
You liked weed?
Oh, I hate it. It made me paranoid.
I don't get paranoid. I'm anxious about everything all the time. So the idea of doing drugs to make me more anxious, I would have been dead. There's not a chance.
When you eat pussy, do you feel like you have a full head of hair?
I put my head against it in the back.
You look up and go, damn, man, this is what I would look like.
Dude, when you were talking about the afros you had, when I had hair, I didn't do shit. I had a buzz cut for my whole life.
Get out,
I was
really?
so jealous of I wish I did everything. I wish I did the perm. What did you call it? The comb?
Shag?
The shag.
Oh, the shag, man.
The do-rag. The
shag was...
or whatever.
I never had shit. I had a cowlick. I had the worst hair.
You know what's funny? And this is anything in life. It all starts out fun and dandy and,
Yeah.
After a while, it just uses, and I ended up in prison over it. It's not something I kept doing, putting a gun to somebody's head. I ended up in prison over it. But the funny thing is that I stopped doing it when I was 44 years old. And it's so weird how I did more from the age of 44 to 62 than I ever did before that.
In your life, you mean?
So I could imagine if I wouldn't have done coke. So that's why I tell people now, you know what, man? Don't even fucking do it. Just smoke your reefer. Nobody ever went to prison over reefer.
Well, not now.
No, but nobody went to prison because they smoked too much reefer. Nobody goes to the hospital because they smoke too much reefer. Yeah, Lisa's over there. She's about to say, yeah, but they have lung infections. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, and so far in my world, I've been smoking it for 50 years. It's safe. It's safe.
It's definitely the safest one. He's
Yeah,
showing
you're
us.
a handsome guy. You're like Bon Jovi's drummer. Look at you, a little shag like Bon Jovi's organ player.
I'll have you send
With
that
the
to me, and
shag.
then we'll put it in the podcast.
Huh?
If you want, you can send it to me. We can put that
Yeah.
in.
You know, and it's weird to think about addictions and shit. Like, I thought about this yesterday in the shower when it fucked me up yesterday. I was thinking about Mother's Day. And I'm like, you know, man, I've been in prison. You know, I lost a daughter. I've had a lot of heartache. And comedy's rough. You know, it's really rough what we do. I think the roughest thing was getting up for 45 years without having a mother. You know, that's been the roughest thing I've ever done in my life. You know, like it never goes away, that pain. So if I could outlive that, I could fucking do anything. So I'm happy I stopped doing all that shit. And now I just smoke my reefer. I giggle like a fag. You know, I eat my mushrooms from time to time. I giggle like a fag, you know, and I enjoy it. It's better than feeling the way I used to feel before. And I never liked alcohol either. I can't just drink alcohol. That shit's garbage.
Got me sick.
I can't do it. I never really liked the feeling at the end.
See,
you know?
I was never close with my parents, but that taught me to be close with my kids. Like every day I watch my kids. Like I had them in the day. My ex-wife had them at night. Then when I turned 40, they went off to school. You know, and I didn't watch them anymore until like 3 o'clock. So all day long, I was bouncing off of fucking walls. You know, because, you know, I have my kids and my daughter's going off to college now. You know, I'm not gonna bounce off the walls now, but still.
You're pretty calm for having a daughter going, but you already done this. You like that ad, the first kid, the mother's wiping down the kid, second kid, the kid's rolling in shit, and she just gives him a fucking, you know, once you lived it, it's pretty easy. This is my first shot. It's, you know, it's just scary. It's just scary to where your kid could end up if you make, like I was watching a movie the other day, and it was a criminal movie. These guys are criminal, and they're leaving in the daytime with like kids in the house, 10, 8. When I was a criminal, the best thing about your life is you don't know if you're coming home for dinner. You just don't know, you know. I can't imagine getting arrested now and calling my daughter and going, I'm not going to be home for a month until my bail gets lowered. That's fucking insane. Like, I couldn't even imagine that.
So many kids now grow up like that, though. You know, I mean, they're, what the fuck? I couldn't, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say, but it was good. I had some serious fucking.
I'm happy that. You know, man, when you do what we do, when you do what anybody does, you've realized that you get busy, and I get it with parents that make a lot of money and shit, and then they start getting nannies, and you know what, man? I always wanted to be there. And I'm happy now that I could be at the softball games. I wait for her at 2:45. That means the world to me. For me to be home when she gets off the bus, and I'm outside. I'm not inside fanning my pussy. I'm out there with attention, looking at that bus driver going, thank you, cocksucker.
Yeah.
And I make her sit outside and talk to me for a minute and check the mail. You know, I put her through all that shit. And I tell my wife, I go, I don't want to go home. The time I got in trouble was when I would go home and my parents would be home, because I would look. I would peep, look. And you find shit that you're not supposed to find. And I don't want her to go through that. No. So come home at 2:45, feed the fucking cat, eat your fucking lunch or the late lunch, and do your homework. And I sit downstairs, and if she needs help with the homework, I go upstairs until my wife gets home. And I fucking enjoy it. I'd rather do that than go into the city and do a podcast and giggle with a bunch of jerk-offs. I'd rather do that.
Listen, when I go on the road, I come home, fucking, I don't go New York, what? So I can sit around with some woke motherfuckers? Shut the fuck up. I used to drive back after a gig from on a Saturday night from Boston or D.C. to go to a game on Sunday, and I'm not trying to say, Let me tell you something. If I'm lying, let a microphone break.
Where you at this week, Rich?
Well, this week I'm at Uncle Vinny's. I got a lot of shit coming up. Rich
Friday, no,
Voss
but let's
coming.
focus on this week because Vinny's needs a lot of fucking help. So Friday and Saturday, you're at Uncle
Point
Vinny.
Pleasant, Uncle Vinny's.
That's all you need to promote because I see it all the time. Well, I'm in Connecticut in September. Nobody gives a
Yeah,
fuck.
nobody. No,
Then
my
I got to
day-
remember Uncle Vinny's 9 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fucking
No,
where
not
is it?
Sunday. Friday,
No,
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, 2 shows. That's it. Point Pleasant, Lee, where you at?
I'm at Rodney's on Wednesday, and I'm with you on Saturday.
And you with me Thursday
Oh, at the dojo?
at the
Oh, shit.
dojo. Yeah, we're
I
at the
didn't know about that
dojo.
one.
Well, guess
Friday,
where
I'm-
I am Thursday?
Friday, I'm with Rich. I'm gonna go down there and fuck around with Rich. And Saturday, I'm in Philadelphia at Parks Casino. It's sold out, so don't even bother.
I'm coming to the dojo Thursday.
All right, I'll catch you in August, cocksuckers.
You're going.
That's the next show at the park. So
Oh, yeah?
if you're not, it's sold out.
That was fucking great when we worked there.
Fuck yeah, there's
That
good
fucking
food.
spread they put in the fuck that
They don't
food.
fuck around, Parks. Parks is a high-level organization. I support them to the utmost.
That's
I
great.
support the city of Philadelphia. I like people who got no class. And I got no class either. So it works for each other. We got no class. Nobody has to hide shit. I don't have to drive down there and make believe I'm somebody. I'm just a Philly dirtbag. I'm going to go down there and go to Merlino's cheesesteaks, eat some of that gangster shit on Saturday, and that's it. From there, I'm going to shoot over, do the show, and I'm 42 minutes away. And we added a special guest. Rachel Feinstein will be there Saturday night.
Nice.
So we're rocking the motherfucking house. So
She's funny.
she's funny and she's a good egg.
Yeah.
She's a very good egg. So
You're
I'm
at
happy
Parks
you
and
came
I'll
on
be.
today, cocksucker.
I used to park cars at the London House in Denver.
At Denver.
In Denver, when I lived in Denver,
I never knew you lived in Denver.
just for 2 months, and then I couldn't get any coke, so I came back home.
You should have gone to Boulders where you get Boulders. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Lucky's. I used to go-
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, Lee, cocksucker. You
Love
were
you,
okay
buddy.
today. I only made you take like 300, so this is the zone now.
This is
So
the
we got
zone.
more ABXs next week.
I can't wait.
All right. Stay black. Have a great week. And I want to thank our sponsors for always having our back.